Hey y'all, Kayla J here. So if you've watched my other videos, I should have just been a hoe. S- Why choose sexual purity? I feel like by now we're friends. And so I feel like we're on this journey together of, choosing sexual purity. And so I just really, something that has really been pressing on my heart is boundaries. Boundaries are just so important in relationship, friendship, situationship, literally any shit that you might find yourself in. Boundaries is an important part of that. And so, yeah, I just want to get into, or I guess I'm making this video so you all can just start thinking of, okay, how can I begin to set these boundaries? Maybe you're in a relationship, maybe you're not in a relationship yet. How can you start thinking of some boundaries that you'll need when situations come up? Like if you don't prepare and you get in the moment, you all, um, you forget everything. Y'all know, don't play. Um, be real with yourself or end up dealing with your health. Y'all know what happens in those moments if you did not pre-plan or just intentionally not put yourself in that situation where you might do something that you regret, or maybe you won't regret it, but maybe it just doesn't line up with the lifestyle you're trying to live for God. And so I have a list of boundaries that I've written down just to facilitate some thinking, just to get your mind going. You might have your own set of boundaries, but I'm going to read some that I have thought of, or that I guess that God has given me. So, no sleepovers. Um, One of my friends, she did this and it seemed to work for her. No kissing until after a month of dating. And so just to make sure that, because y'all know where kissing leads sometimes, but just to make sure that, like, okay, I like you, the person. And I also know people who haven't, they didn't kiss until they said I do and they got married. So think about, what God is asking you to do. This is a really tough ask, but talk about it over with God first, and then talk about it over with your, of course, future or current significant other. Must be out of the house by 12 a.m. Cannot sit on each other's beds. Like, I'm trying to be really real. Y'all know what happens. I'm gonna keep going, but y'all know. No naps. Out of town trips must be in separate beds or separate rooms if possible. Can get a little expensive. No excessive drinking, because y'all know where drinking ends up. Tweet said it best. Oops, there goes my shirt above my head. Oh my. Anyways, or drugs, drinking or drugs. And then, ladies, y'all know, I'm just around the house, I just really don't like to wear any clothes. I just got my t-shirt and my panties on, or I just don't want to wear a bra. Ladies, you're not playing me. You're not playing him. He knows. He knows the game. Put some clothes on, okay? Like, yes, we do have this culture where it's like women should be doing this to not tempt any. Like, I don't agree with that culture. A man should be able to control himself, but in the Bible it does say do not tempt your brethren, and this has nothing to do with rape culture. This has everything to do with don't tempt your spouse if you're trying to or your significant other, if you guys are trying to live out purity and sexual purity. Like, put some clothes on. When you wear those shorts, or if you wear that tank top, it's going down. So why wear it? Help him out. Help yourself out. And even him, you know what they say, he got them sweatshirts, that those sweatpants on, those gray sweatpants. Like, you need to check him. No, you know what that does to me. You can't wear that. So, like, make sure that you're being absolutely 100% with yourself, because if you're not, then that's how the enemy will sneak in and give suggestions. And it's like, it started off as an innocent day or innocent night, and then it just, easily it can happen. And so, like I said, I'm not making this video to judge you all, because this is a journey, meaning we'll never be perfect. Jesus is the only one that's perfect. And so if you are taking the bold step and embarking in this journey, maybe you might slip up. Maybe you literally might do everything on that boundary list that I created and still fail, but that's okay. God knows your heart. God sees that you are trying. And I challenge you all to create your own boundaries list. Create some different things that you think that will be helpful, or different things that you struggle with, because everybody doesn't struggle with these things that like I've written down. And also you all understand your why. Like, why am I trying to walk out this journey of sexual purity? I said that in my last video, but get a why. Like, for me, it's for my kids. Like, I want my kids to know that their mom, and when I get my future spouse on board, like their mom and their dad were able to walk out this journey of sexual purity, so they can too. I really want to just change different generations. It's never been done in my family. And so I would love to see in my immediate family. So I would love to see this truly walked out, because I believe it changes things. And also, you all, besides knowing your why, get people on board with you. Like, the person, of course, who you're trying to abstain with from sex, but get family members or close friends on board with you to be your accountability partners. Of course, people who aren't going to discourage you and say, girl, it don't take all that, or boy, it don't take, like, it does take all that. Because if you give the enemy just an inch of anything, he will truly take them out, and you will just find yourself, just in a bad place, in a bad way. Of course, like I said, we're not perfect and we're gonna mess up. But if you're really serious about walking out this journey of purity, then these are kind of the steps that you need to take, because it does take all that to be successful. And like I said, Jesus is the only one that's perfect, but he gives us the strength to come close to it, to come and be more like him. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and comment some of the boundaries that you have found in your relationships that you need to take, or even in your singleness. I have another video about maximizing your singleness. Your singleness is so important to get these things together before your relationship, like I said earlier. So if you are single, this is the perfect time to prepare. If you're in a relationship, it's still a good time to prepare for when situations might come up. But this is a great time, singles, to write down those boundaries. And like, when you meet that person, maybe not the first day, but maybe when you know that they're serious about you, hey, this is what it is, what it ain't, what it's not gonna be. And I don't want to say give them an ultimatum. If you're not on board, then it's like, some people need to wrap their head around it. But if you truly want to be a good steward over the gift that God has given you, then try to get that person on board and pray for their heart to be softened even before you meet them, or while in the early stages. Pray for their heart to be softened for when you do bring up, hey, by the way, So, and I believe God will move in their heart, and they'll say, okay, maybe, I never thought about being abstinent. I never thought about not having sex before marriage, but I'll give it a try, and I believe God, I just know he's going to bless it. I know he's going to turn that person around if they are struggling, and even turn you around, and together you guys can do it together, because it is hard when one person wants to abstain and one person is as a temptress. So the ultimate thing I would say is just pray about it. Pray about the boundaries. Pray about the person. Pray about different situations. You will need God fighting off this thing called lust every second of the day. And so just continue to keep God with you and to put him first. So all in all, y'all, set boundaries. Set boundaries, but don't fool yourself. I'm just going to take off my shoes. Then you're gonna take off your socks. And then I'm just gonna, you know, above the waist, just gonna take off my shirt. That's it. You're fooling yourself. Shoulders, chest, pants, shoes. How much is too much when you're trying to abstain? All right, y'all, but I pray the Lord blesses you. I pray the Lord keeps you. And you got this. You can walk out this journey of sexual purity. Maybe it's never been done in your family before, but you can do it. Even if you mess up, keep trying. God sees that effort. Love y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this with your friends. Yeah. Bye, y'all.